So good morning. I'm Sarah Capen. I'm the executive director of the Niagara Falls National Heritage Area. And I am so excited to be able to lead this event by presenting an incredible mural. And more importantly, just to recognize that with any project, it takes a team. And so when you look behind us and we see this incredible mural, which is the extraordinary gift of Chuck Tingley, our artist, we know that the layers behind it are equally important, and that's who our organization is. We build the foundation for a place that we live in, that we work in, that we love, that we call home, which is Niagara Falls. And then to do a mural like this, involves finding funding. It involves power washing. It involves so many layers. It involves incredible partners here too that say, yes, we're going to work with you. And we're so grateful for our partners who did that. And so I want to give a big shout out to our team, because our team, and despite all the negativity, and the distractions that we can find ourselves in places that are really trying to revitalize, our team always puts the headphones on and tunes out the negativity, and we just keep moving ahead. So I want to recognize Saladin here. I want to recognize one of our board members, Marge, Allie, who's our director of public arts, Tyshawn, Deirdre, Hope, and Matt, because this takes all this behind the scenes work to be able then to turn it over and give it to Chuck to say, Chuck, your vision is remarkable, and we're going to make this happen for you. And so this team is a team that literally puts those headphones on, gets to work, gets it done, so that we can move forward. And then the other part I just wanted to mention is about that noise and about that distractions that can come to places that maybe have seen better days, that comes to places that people like to live in those better days instead of necessarily looking to the future. And our team and our vision has always been about possibilities. It's been looking at this wall and saying, what can we create there? It's been looking at pockets of possibilities in the city of Niagara Falls and moving forward. And that path of possibilities is for this next generation, right? It's for that next generation to be able to find this place and call it home. So I'm just so grateful for our team. I'm so grateful for Chuck. I'm so grateful for our partners. And I'm so grateful for all those that attended today, because this is about possibilities. This is about who we will become and who we will inspire and how we will move forward together. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Saladin for a few minutes.
Thanks, Thank you. First, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I think if you take a moment and just look around, what you see is what is reflected in the projects that we actually do. I want to talk a little bit more about some of the backstory of the way that we do these projects. Everything that you see we do is built from the bottom up. And a lot of times you see people that strive to do things and it's built from the top down. You got people in these Eiffel Towers making all of these decisions, and they have these brilliant ideas about what everybody wants, and they never stop to ask anybody about whether or not that's something that they're interested in even doing. So a lot of times people are not at the table because usually they're on the menu. Right? All of the projects that we do is based from the grassroots, meaning we get community input. We get people who are actually at the table, who are making decisions to make sure that these projects are what they are. Before you leave, definitely go inside of the connection and check out a lot of the work that we did with the young people who are a part of this project as well. We did a few different sessions there led by Tyshawn, who is our artist that's a part of our team. And we talked to them about these projects, and we got them involved where they actually created their own murals so that they could be connected to projects like this. So Another important part of the work that we do is to make sure that we're preparing a path for the next generation, not just talking about it, but actually doing it, making sure that our youth are participating in these projects. As a side note, our selection committee, and we had some of our teens who are part of the connection select some of the artists who just were selected for the rest of our murals down here on the north end of our mural project. We had a 7th grader submit for our project. And it's not often that you see things like that. You know, usually when you see projects like this, an organization or an institution puts out an RFP, which is a request for proposals, and it might be this thick for an artist that's striving to figure out, like, how can I even access an opportunity like this, right? We had a 7th grader who actually submitted for our project. And I think that speaks to our sense of accessibility and how we make sure that our projects are connected to our community members, right? To kind of wrap up, if you look at this mural, right? Some people, Chuck put a lot of Easter eggs in this mural, right? Things that you would have to talk to him personally about, like, why did he do this? Why did he do that? A few of us were standing over here earlier and they didn't know where his name was, because usually when an artist puts their name, like, you know, on, could you see where his name is on this mural? It's probably about this big, right? And that speaks to, you know, who he is and his vision. And that is something that you also see that's consistent with a lot of our artists that we work with. That's important, not their name, but the work that they're doing, especially here in the city of Niagara Falls. And as a heritage area, we're at the forefront of leading public art. And there's a lot of people who don't share in that vision yet, but there is no way that you could actually ignore the work that we're doing here in this city. And we're also thankful for all of our partners, Daredevil Records, who's always been connected to us and the work that we're doing. All of our other partners, Power City Eatery, who we're partnered with as well, that's sharing in our vision. So with that said, I wanted to bring on Shayla Benson, who's a senior manager of education and outreach for Planned Parenthood of Central and Western New York. Thank you.
Yeah. I keep forgetting how long my title is. Just like, shorten it. I won't keep you all long. My name is Shayla Benson. Pronouns are she and her. Again, I'm the senior manager for outreach and education at Planned Parenthood of Central and Western New York. Those that work with me know we call it PPCWNY for short, because don't have time to be saying that long name all the time. But when I think about how we came to this point, I think about just the planning process. Like, this has been like years of planning and discussions and confirmations to, you know, the actual, you know, mural that is sitting behind me right now. We are so privileged to be a part of this project. I distinctly remember having those early conversations with Allie with regard to the mural, and initially when she was giving me details about it and saying, oh yes, you know, we have this, you know, mural commission through their grant. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. It's about the same time that I came into my position as senior manager. And when she said that there were going to be some changes, I know that there's a change in terms of the artist. And when she had mentioned Chuck's name, I was like, yes, please. Like, you don't need to tell me anything else. I'm very familiar with his work. Own a couple prints, can't afford the originals right now. That's a wish list item of mine. But yeah, we've been excited ever since. And I know things have been put on pause for some time. And then it just seemed that early this summer, things started picking up again. And just the momentum just did not stop. So I am just so excited. I remember coming here a few days ago because we do programming here in Niagara County. Specifically right now, we're at Niagara Falls High School doing programming, and I had to come here to do a virtual meeting. And I remember stepping out of my car and looking at the mural, and I was late for my meeting. My staff understood though, but I was just staring at it, and it's amazing. I can't say enough about it. And I feel like every time I do come here, there's always something in the mural that will appeal to me or peek out to me. And I truly hope that the community and city of Niagara Falls really appreciates this wonderful gift that Chuck has bestowed upon us. So I would really love to thank all of the people that were involved in this project. So that would include the team from the Niagara Falls Heritage area. I want to thank the artist, Chuck Tingley. I want to thank my wonderful team at The Connection, Raymond, and his team at The Connection, as well as the youth staff. Janae, thank you so much for all of your help. Just anyone who was involved in this planning process and the execution and facilitation of this wonderful work. Again, extended gratitudes. We're very gracious, and we hope that this will be something that will just continue to go on and inspire. And I feel like that's what it's doing already, if it hasn't. So thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. My name's Chris Spicer. Yes, I made it. Vice President of Programs for Planned Parenthood of Central and Western New York. I just wanted to tell you that The Connection has been a place that Planned Parenthood has run for many, many years. I myself have worked for Planned Parenthood for 25 years. More of a behind the scenes kind of guy. But I can tell you our vision for The Connection, it's really important because it really centers the youth and the youth voice. And I think that this mural it could not be more perfect for what we're trying to do here. This place, we have a food pantry. I think Ray will tell you a little bit more about this stuff, but it's a youth food pantry. It's not just a regular food pantry. It's for the youth. And most of what goes on in this place are things that the kids want. The kids that come here that need a place to be. We just are asking them, what should this place be? And, you know, where we get funding streams and we have to do some things for the money that keeps this place going, for the most part, it's all about the kids. And I just want to say for Planned Parenthood programs, you know, Central and Western New York, our region covers from Syracuse all the way out here. We put a lot of resources into Niagara Falls. One of the previous versions of Planned Parenthood was just Niagara Falls, Niagara County, and we've never let that go. We've always focused here. We're putting resources in here, probably a lot more than some people should say, but we don't care. We love Niagara Falls, and we're really committed to it. So, you know, in Syracuse, we have an education department. In Rochester, we have a place called In Control that's very much like The Connection, but also not a drop-in center. We keep this place open 7 days a week with the help of everybody in this community. We've got people that come in to donate everything from like an old game console that the kids will love to food or to resources that help us stay open on weekends. So we're going to keep doing that. We're not going to stop, and we're going to grow this place as much as we can. But I also want to say too, I hear a lot about partners. We're not in competition with anybody in this city. And the other clubs and youth serving organizations, we're all working towards the same goal. We're trying to create a larger community with many stops, many open doors for kids. We're going to keep doing that. So, but I don't want to talk too much because the real guy on the spot here is Ray Carter, and he runs The Connection for us every day. So I'd like to bring you up, Ray.
I don't usually do the speaking thing, but oh wait.
You got to call they up too then.
So, hi everyone. My name is Raymond Carter. I'm the Health Education Outreach Supervisor of the Connection. That is a long title, but it's usually just Ray, or a lot of the kids like to look at me as a father figure. But I've been running the Connection so far for almost 3 years, which doesn't feel that long. But to give you a little more information about the Connection, we average about 35 kids a day. Yesterday was 40, so I am a little tired, but it's okay. We do have a food pantry. We have a slushy machine, which is something me and Chris worked very hard towards. Kind of. We have educational programs, mental health programs, because it is a serious thing these days. Ooh, the wind. We have games. We go to Niagara University, a good relationship with Niagara University for games. We have the Xbox, PlayStation, which they like to argue about, but that's okay. We have desktops. We have tutoring. We have homework help. We have movies on Fridays. We have anything that you can think of when it comes to the Connection. We do have it here. But one thing I would like to say is that, like Chris said, we're not in any competition with any organizations as far as it goes with youth. But we're just willing to just bring youth together and just let them have fun. This is a safe space for them to just have fun, engage, learn, make friends, because they need friends. And just, I'm very on top of them with their homework. So making sure that they have good grades as well, because a lot of youth do not have a lot of places to go. And I like to say that we've made this we made this the best place in Niagara Falls to go, and to make sure that they have fun, that they feel safe, and that they can voice their opinions. They can voice anything. As you can see, this is definitely a part of them. They asked if I made it. I didn't make it. So I didn't get up there like Chuck. But I definitely could say thank you to Chuck. He's definitely made this place. Doesn't feel like I'm coming to work every day. I definitely can tell you that. And they found out that Chuck is like super that guy. So like, they're like, oh, I got to meet Chuck. But I just want to thank everyone for coming out and just learning more about what the Connection is. After this is over, the Connection doors are open for everyone to check out the Connection and what we got going on Monday through Sunday. So thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's really great to be here with you all. Thank you to everybody who was speaking before. I'm kind of channeling a lot of the things many of you said. Ray, thank you for telling us a lot more about the Connection. I think that that's one of really the most exciting and foundational pieces of why we're here today. It's such an amazing place for our youth that our beautiful new mural by Chuck is going to be able to inspire and represent for so many youth as they come to the Connection, whether they're long-term or have been around for a while, or they're just coming for the first time. It really sets the stage of what this experience is going to be like for them right here in our community. And I want to share a story really quick of a young man who was riding his bike just coming right over this way past where the former Family Dollar was. And Chuck was just coming down from his lift to talk with me and Saladin and a colleague of ours. And embedded in my mind is his smile. And he started to take video, and he was almost to the point of like crying to himself about excitement to see the mural being made in real time. And just that sense of inspiration, wonder, amazement in his facial expressions. It sticks with me every time I think about really our work, this mural, the Connection, and our community here in Niagara Falls. And just to really have to experience that among many other interactions that we've had doing this work here in the North End, on Main Street, and down on Ontario and other areas that we've done a lot of public artwork. And I would say that experience of getting to know our community, talking one-on-one, and getting to see not just immediate reactions, but really having conversations with folks about their hopes, visions, what they see, and what they want to see here, right on in their community, is really what I feel this is so much representing. We live in an amazing place here in Niagara Falls. I feel so proud to be able to be here every day and getting to know so many of you through the process. And public art has that possibility to bring people together around conversations to create real change. Art creates real change, and it's amazing to be a part of it. So thank you to all of you for supporting this work, to working with us as partners, to coming out, to spreading the message. And there's so much more to come. The connection is now with Chuck's mural is really a center point, a focus point. And we're going to continue from here, and we want everybody to be involved with us. So we encourage that. And now I think I am wrapping up here. And if I didn't introduce myself, which I don't think I did now that I'm looking down here, but I'm Allie Spunger, and I'm the Director of Public Art with the Niagara Falls National Heritage Area. And I hope to get to meet more of you if you stick around here. And again, as Ray said, everybody come into the connection, see some of the artwork that the youth here worked with Tyshawn and our team to produce as part of this project. I'll also mention too, about a month or so ago, we took the Connection kids on a field trip down to all of our other murals this way, and that was super cool. So we're building in these opportunities wherever we can for the youth to be involved in all of our work in all different ways, and because they are our future, and now's the time. So thank you, everybody.